calling for mercy for Chris Young.
The man that we went into the prison 10 years ago is not the same man.
San Antonio is a city with deep religious roots as well as a history of interfaith cooperation. It is in that spirit that we come together to plead for a new trial for Christopher Young.
2 years.
Wow, y'all really close.
Grew up my whole life. I probably would have been with him that night.
Okay.
That's how
Something
close we
prevented
are.
you from being there?
Yeah, money. We live the hustle lifestyle. He got caught up in a bad situation with the wrong people that night. And we just wasn't there. Like, it was just, man, the whole scene was solid.
Yeah, and of course I'm guessing they didn't relate correctly.
Right. I mean, you know how Texas is. It's crazy.
It is crazy. What do you want to see happen with your brother?
I want this death row thing overturned. I mean, the case was screwed up from the beginning, and I know the whole story.
Okay.
I know really what happened. So being what I know and knowing that his lawyer didn't even try to fight for none of that, like his case really shouldn't be a death row case. It should be a manslaughter case. And yeah, like really, investigative wise, it's a manslaughter case. It's not a case of this man going in here and robbing. You know, because that wasn't his intention at all. Something happened, and the son knows that. You know what I'm saying? It's just some guilt take over after a while. 13 years of guilt, and you know there's something. It's not gonna bring your dad back. It ain't gonna fix the system. It ain't gonna fix this game problem we got in the world. So killing somebody ain't gonna make it no better. We just get caught up in a situation. You know what I mean? That's what my brother did. He was in a situation, got caught up in the wrong place, wrong time, and now we are where we at.
You get to go see him?
No, I haven't went to go see him because I was incarcerated while he was incarcerated. So we used to write every day to each other and everything. When I got out the distance, then I had a child, so I've been a father 24 hours.
Father?
Yeah, so I ain't really had time. And me and his understanding is to where he knows I gotta take care of family. Like we know the system. We know what we've been through. We know that I don't want to sit in jail with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm there for you out here. Your kids is good. That's our communication.
Okay.
That's as far as we can go because we know what it is already.
So you are there for his children?
Yeah. It's family. I gotta take care of all of them.
Absolutely.
So this is what it is. He knows.
Well, I'm praying, and I pray that we get clemency if we don't get anything else.
I think it will. I think everything's going to be all right because the godson's here. And normally that helps a lot in this type of situation. This man saying he don't want this to happen. So it should be all right. Christy changed his life a lot. He changed his life a lot. Like his mindset is so great to me. Like all we knew is gang banging.
Yeah.
All we knew is violence. And to hear him say the stuff he said, it's amazing to me. So I'm proud of him as a man. Even if this don't go well, I'm proud of who he became before that. Because it gives other kids like us that grew up like us a little bit of hope that they can change by that situation. So all we can do is, man, take his memory if he's gone. If he's gone, take him even if he stays there.
Yeah.
We can take that, use what he got, and make our communities better. Some kind of way.
Yeah, I keep hearing nothing but good things.
Yeah.
I heard nothing but good things.
Even before this, like, even regardless of whatever he was doing in the world, family came first. He, just like I said, he got caught in the wrong place at the wrong time with the wrong people.
And he's so young.
Yeah.
He's so young.
He just turned 21. He just 21st birthday. And that is just, like, everything happened so fast. This whole week was a fast-paced thing. And then that one moment kicking it with people that you're never really around. And they weren't there for him like that. It was their youth. And they knew who he was and how he make him win. Give him what he wants. Boom. And that's how it was. It was more of a that. It was an influence from the outside that helped him to get to that.
Wow.
Along with the rest of his life. So it's a lot of factors that played into a man committing a crime that got him where he at. It's never just I woke up, I want to go rob a store, kill somebody. Like nothing happens like that. It's always a play. That's all. So hopefully this all worked. Everybody came together.
Yeah.
Seems like some celebrities is here doing whatever they gotta do and everything. Hopefully everything goes well.
I hope
I'm
it goes
optimistic.
well.
And take them back, not by force, not by continuing to kill and murder. And now we have the government saying that life doesn't matter, but to God, life matters. He's the spirit of life, and he's the spirit of love. And we all need to come together.
In 2009, Chris Young directed civil proceedings. The CCA
practices of war on the basis of her religious affiliation. You know, I think both the things that we have pending, the clemency petition and the document for criminal appeals, are both very strong. That being said, the odds are always against us when we're at this point. And so the odds are against us, even though I feel that both of the documents we have pending are very strong.
Okay, the odds are against at this point. So is that because it's moved this far?
Yeah, I mean, so the further you get along in a death penalty case, the harder it is to get relief, because at each stage that you lose, then the next court has to give a certain amount of deference to that. And so after you've made it through trial and direct appeal and state habeas and federal habeas, you know, there's just so much deference that has to be paid to those previous decisions. In addition, there's not a lot of procedural ways to raise claims at that point either, so it does get difficult the further along you go.
Okay, so what do we know?
Well, on the clemency petition, we'll know Friday afternoon, shortly after 1. If they vote at 1, we'll know shortly after that. On the CCA document, it's up to the court. They could email us a decision right now, or it could be next Monday. I mean, I can't tell you when we'll know on that. But on the clemency petition, we'll know shortly after 1 on Friday.
Okay. Well, thank you for talking to me. I didn't want you to repeat everything you just said, so that's why I'm making it short, but thank you so much.
Sure, thank you.
I go out to the community and talk to the kids. I'm trying to drown negative energy inside our community because it needs to
I got out for 10 years and I just been on fire for God, and God blessed me with ministry. I go into the prisons. I got my own ministry. Got my own church. I've written 3 books. You know what I'm saying? All in less than a span of 10 years, you know, and so God has been amazing. You know, I'm a true redemption story. That's why when I got up there, I said there's nothing more powerful than the story of redemption. Because when you can take somebody from where you were and be broken and revamp it, only God can do that type of revamp.
Only God can do that.
And that's where I'm at with it. That's exactly where I'm at with it. So it's all about positivity. We're heavy on social media. We're heavy in the community. And actually through my social media efforts, Matesh, his family Patel, they reached out to me via Instagram. When we off camera, I'll show you the messages through Instagram. They was like, we see that you are an advocate for Chris Young. We are Mr. Patel's family, and we don't want him to be executed. They said that. I hurried up and texted Miss Valerie and all of them and said, listen, I got this information from the victim's family. At the time, I didn't know that they had already been trying to get in contact with the lawyer and stuff. And so I was like, man, what do I do? Because they asked me, what should I do? I said, definitely you want to write the parole board and write the governor and let them know your thoughts, your true thoughts and feelings.
Right.
And they said, all right, but then I got in contact with Chief K, the actor, me and Mary Jane, you know, we conversed quite a bit. And he told me, hey man, tell him to get in contact with the lawyer. I said, okay, yeah. So I got him in contact with the lawyer, and now we're here at this situation. And so, I mean, God is good, man. I mean, and it's just, and my social media, when I'm pushing about Chris Young, I'm not getting thousands of likes and
Right.
so you never know who's watching. But I guess they saw the hashtag or something, and they went to me and saw what we was doing, and they reached out, and here we are.
And see, I didn't get to talk to him because, of course, he's talking to other people. But he said it's not about forgiveness, but it's more or less about not wanting somebody to go through the same thing.
Well, actually, in the and I can pull up the Instagram. The exact words that they said to me was this. Message about Chris Young. My best friend is the son of the gentleman that Chris Young murdered. He's seen the videos of Chris and his family. He and his family feel that they don't want to be accomplices to his children losing their father. So it's not about forgiveness, it's about them not experiencing what he experienced.
Wow.
But in a way that is an act of forgiveness.
It is.
And I told him, I gave him a big old hug, and I let him know, I was like, man, it takes a very special, very powerful man to humble himself and want something better for somebody else than what they got, you know. And so he said thank you or whatever, and I understand that it's a traditional and it's a cultural thing because like they shared to me that they are Hindu, and Hindus are peaceful people, and they have specific beliefs about different things, but he doesn't want to say it's about forgiveness, but I believe that in order for you to come to that conclusion, there has to be some form of forgiveness in your heart.
Absolutely. When did you first get involved with the story?
Actually, I was invited to a community meeting in Houston, Texas. It was a house on North Side 59, and it was just a regular old house, and I pulled up, me and one of my associates, prodigal son and somebody else, we went in there, and when I went in there, Miss Valerie was speaking. She was speaking like the gospel, like she was prophesying and doing. I was like, what is this? They was cooking food, and I didn't know what it was about, didn't know nothing. And then they started, then Chike, the actor, got up and started talking about Christian love, and I said, wait a minute, they're talking about me. So I got up in front of them and told my story and how God redeemed me and how I'm on fire for the Lord and the different things we're doing. And I got involved right then. You know, I started pushing the petition, the hashtag. I've been shooting my own little videos and little stuff, making my own little memes and stuff. And it just took upon a life of its own. And not only that, I minister every first and third Sundays at the actual prison where he at. So I didn't know that. So when I said, where he at? They said, Pulaski Unit. That's in Livingston, Texas. I facilitate a mentoring program called Brother to Brother every first and third Saturday. And when I found out, I've been sending messages because it's guys that come to my program. Sometimes I preach on a Sunday or something. If I don't preach at my church, they invite me, I'll go. And I send messages to them. Look, man, we meeting in San Antonio. We encourage, we praying for you. Activated the church there. Look, pray, pray, pray. And so he feel all types of support. When I met Miss Valerie today, she said, Chris got your message. And I was just up there Saturday. She was like, Chris got your message. And I told him, I said, listen, man, he is of the Muslim faith. But I really do believe that this expression of love and redemption and forgiveness and mercy and grace is going to change his heart around, and he's going to be face first proclaiming the name of Jesus. I really do believe that. Because everybody that's involved here are blood-bought believers, including me, you, the cameraman, and all the other people. And I ain't saying nothing bad about people of the Islamic faith. I'm just saying that he knows the truth. He's been exposed to it. And every time he's getting that message of encouragement, every time he hears that somebody is out here advocating for him, it's chipping away at that stony heart. And I believe that he will be saved.
So you said that I believe you said as well. You volunteer at the group? Is it all men? Is it all men? All right, thank you.
See y'all. All right, man, take it easy.
All men's facility?
Yes.
And so you go in and you preach a sermon, or what do you do?
Well, it initially started off, I wrote 3 books.
Okay.
And so one of my books got in there. The guys they loved my book, so they got in contact with me because I got my email and everything. They had somebody reach out to me. They were like, hey man, they want you to talk about your book. So I went through the process, got in there. And then once I got in there, there was a program. They needed a facilitator. And they asked me to do it, and I fell in love. They got some great programming in there. I'm not talking about, it's like some clinical stuff that the inmates are doing. And so I'm not giving them nothing. I'm really just sitting in there and receiving from them. Because a lot of the stuff that they deal with, I've dealt with. But it went from there, and then I started ministering. As a matter of fact, this Sunday I'm going to Plain State, the all-women's facility, to preach a message. So God has given me a platform in the prisons. Maybe because I came out of that, I didn't initially start off that way. But it's a good training ground for me to really, I think God sent me to a certain people with a certain pathology, and I'm dealing with all of that. I mean, the last meeting we had, matter of fact, Saturday, we were talking about the mother wounds that men receive from their mother. And when I tell you, some stuff opened up, I mean grown, big, burly men boo-hooing and crying and talking about their mother. And these ain't mothers who abandoned them.
Wow.
These are mothers who raised them. But somehow, some way, they can't forgive their mother for something, or they don't understand something, or they just releasing it.
Yeah.
And it was just so powerful, man. I had to think about my relationship with my mother, and even though I love her, and I've never had any real big issues with her, I had to think like, you know, is there anything that I never got clarity from my mother about that might be holding me back or causing me some type of pain? And it just causes you to think. And so what I'm doing, I'm in the midst of bringing that program out. And so I'm going to use Pulaski Unit as a pipeline. So I got like 4 or 5 men that's been in the program who are out. And so we use my church, and we've been meeting on Thursdays, but just kind of informal. And I'm going to mobilize them and get them in the community because they're looking for ways to serve.
Okay.
And then from there, we're going to make this men's thing larger, not just for prisoners, but barbers and men, young men, and stuff like that. Yeah.
Our young men need more mentors, more positive mentors, and I will say this, more black men that are positive.
Absolutely.
That's what they need right now. My sons, when I lost my husband, my son needed someone strong, a male. I did the best that I could. However, my sons needed a male, and they've expressed that now to me. They're like, Mama, you did all you could. However, we needed a male figure. So somebody in the community, and it wasn't available. I'm from Victoria, Texas. It just wasn't available.
Okay.
And so, yeah, it's so neat. I think it's amazing what you're doing.
Yeah.
The book that they got their hands on, what was it about?
It's actually called The Tale of Two Sisters. It's on the back of that card I gave you.
Okay.
It's on Amazon. Actually, it's a 31-day devotional workbook and prayer journal that's accompanied it. But it's about Mary and Martha in the Bible, and Lazarus. And it's about primarily Martha, because Martha gets a bad rap. You know, everybody talks about Mary. She was the humble one. She was doing the right thing. Martha was a busybody. But when you really delve into the story, you realize that Martha was a go-getter. They was at her house. Back then, women didn't have their own house. She was cooking and cleaning, which means she was setting the atmosphere for Jesus to flow. And you know, somebody has to do that type of work. Somebody has to do it. And when Jesus told her, when she went to Jesus and said, you know, can you help my sister help me? They think that Jesus rebuked her. No, he didn't rebuke her. He didn't say what you were doing was bad and what she was doing good. He was just basically saying, nah, Ma, she cool.
Yeah.
Let her do what she do. And then I spoke about Lazarus. It's about Lazarus, how here it is, Lazarus was dead and was stinking, and Jesus pulled him out, and you know, we know the story, let that man go, loose those bread clothes. But when you pick it up in the story where I pick up in the book, Lazarus is at the table. The Bible says that his feet is reclining at the table. So you got Jesus, all the disciples, and Lazarus reclining at the table. You got his sister at his foot and his other sister serving. You would think after God brought you all the way back from nowhere, from literally from the dead, that you would beat your sister at his feet, or at the very least, you would be serving.
Yes.
And I think in the community with the men, oftentimes when there's a problem, we're at the altar. God, save me, save me, save me. But as soon as we get that blessing, we got our feet up reclining. And so that's what that is. So they was impacted by that book. So it's not about women. It's about a story, a family of people who came together. And they was impacted by that book. And God used that as a doorway to get me in there. And we've been rolling this.
Wow. Well, I know that Chris is doing a lot of good things with it, from what I understand. He's painting. He has a program that he wants to get going as far as, I guess, helping younger people.
Yeah, she mentioned it. Matter of fact, it's reaching our young from the inside out. And basically what he wants to do is kind of mentor those who are traveling the same road that him and I and a couple other brothers did, gangbanging, selling dope. Chris believes that he has a little bit more credibility than somebody who has not been through that life. And the fact that he's on death row and in prison and his life is in jeopardy, that maybe he can reach some people. I think that that's very effective, but it can only be effective if he has a little bit more freedom. So we need him outside of death row. So right now, because he's within a week of his execution date, they got him sequestered in, like they call a suicide wing. So they want to kill you, but they don't want you to kill yourself. And so he's off to the side. So, you know, that's why I'm sending messages through the janitors and stuff to reach him. Can't nobody really deal with him but the chaplain and some of the COs. And so that's what we want is we want him to get off of death row, get in general population so he can get visits, so he can write people and people can be exposed to him. And what I was telling him, man, you just don't know. There's hundreds and hundreds of people activated because of your story. So you got your radio show, all the people that watch you, I got my thing, all the people that watch me. Yeah. And so and people was going and going, and just for my social media posts, I got like maybe 12, 13 likes, but it reached the family. They didn't like it. I don't know how many, they don't show me views, but I'm quite sure thousands of people viewed it, and everything counts. So that's what it's all about. So don't get weary and well doing it. They don't care if you only got one like. Keep posting your stuff. Don't stop. Keep going.
I agree. And I'm a living witness to that because this time last year I might have gotten 6 likes on something. Now I'm up in the 300. So if you just keep on
your level.
Baby, if it is your passion, it's something that God has commissioned you to do. Keep going. Keep moving. Don't let nothing discourage you. Don't let 6 likes discourage you.
Oh, it ain't.
Because you're not doing it for you shouldn't be doing it for the likes. You should be doing it because you have something to say.
Yes.
You have something you feel the world needs to hear.
That's
so
right.
keep on moving. Keep on doing it.
And I just put out a mixtape. And I always wanted to rap or whatever. I used to rap back in the days or whatever. So I put a mixtape out on that last month on the 25th entitled Don't Stop, Keep Going.
Yes.
And it's contemporary grown man Christian music.
Grown man? I'm gonna
send you the link.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
send it to me. Send it to me. Grown man Christian music.
Yeah, grown man. Something you can vibe to, you know.
Okay.
It's, so it's what's up.
Well, thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you so much, sister. God
I
bless
will have you in the studio as well.
Yeah, please.
Come in and talk to my people.
Please.
So God bless you.